And so satisfaction brought that cat back. What is that satisfaction all about? That satisfaction is really knowledge. That quote, "Curiosity killed the cat, satisfaction brought it back," was actually written originally in the 1600s, and then it evolved. Shakespeare actually used it in one of his plays, not about a cat, but the whole concept, and then it has come to us in our world from the Irish. Curiosity killed the cat, satisfaction brought it back. So when you think about the curiosity of my cat Vesper, who loves to push around all those little pieces of lint and whatever she can find, the smaller the better. And I will say she does like to play with toys also. But when she finds some little thing, it's a curiosity to her because it's not structural. But the interesting thing is she continues to be curious, and once she kind of figures it out, she goes on to the next thing. And that's the same way that it is with us, that as we are satisfied, as we satisfy our curiosity, that's the information that comes in. That's the knowledge that we gain. And going back to Ernest Holmes, I told you he was the question mark, the great question mark. And he would look for an understanding of God. And he grew in his understanding, and that was the curiosity building on itself. So he didn't get stuck in any one place. He kept evolving into the next level. Now, I say stuck because, as you know, kittens grow. So we had a little 2-pound Vesper when we brought her home, and she's now probably about 4, maybe 5 pounds. We have gates between our living room and entrance to keep the cats, because we also have 2 other cats. We have Noelle and Freya, and it was to keep the cats out of the living room. And this little cat, while she was little tiny, could jump through that fence, and we did nothing about it because, after all, how do you stop a kitten without building up some big wall? Well, now, at 4 and 5 pounds, when I mentioned being stuck, she now tries to jump through that fence, and she gets herself stuck. She's still curious about what's on the other side, but she gets stuck and then frantic, just as we get when we get stuck. So now she's not as curious about that gate anymore. She's kind of become satisfied that, okay, I'm going to have to find, this is my interpretation of a cat's mind, I'm going to have to find another way to get into that room. If I want to get in there, I can't fit anymore. So satisfaction. I continue to think about us gaining knowledge, and the fact that the curiosity can help us understand we do not have control. And we should always accept that and say, it's okay, so that we don't get ourselves stuck in some kind of messy movement. But we want to keep moving. We want to keep being curious, and then we want to have the satisfaction of new knowledge and gaining new knowledge. I think about, I use the example of be curious about looking at the universe. And you look at the universe now, and we're seeing the birthplace of the stars. Aren't you curious? Aren't you curious about how this world came to be? I think we all should be curious. And I think then we can reopen the top that Ernest encourages us to do. Stay open at the top. Be willing to be curious. Be willing to take in new information. We can get so stuck, and then we can get so lost. There are so many things that can happen as we lose our curiosity. Even older cats are curious. It's just they've lived longer in life, and so they're not as curious about that little piece of lint on the floor. But they're still curious. You can see it in their face. Let's all be more curious. I love, in the month of February, The series in the Science of Mind magazine is on curiosity. This is the month of curiosity. So I encourage all of us to be curious, to understand that we can use curiosity, as Raymond Anderson says, as our cloak, as our superpower. It can become our superpower. Let's be curious. Let's be curious, and then let's continue to grow in that curiosity. Get satisfied with something, but don't stop there. Take it a little further and a little further. You have no idea where it might take you. Thank you.
And so as we take this moment together and we pause as one, knowing that God is all there is, above, below, and through the fabric of all of life is God. As the bird sings, there is the song of God. The moist dew on the grass blades, there is God. As the sun rises and the sun sets, the vibrant array, the rainbow in the sky, is the canvas of God's light and love. I know that as I am in witness through all of my senses, I know in this experience that I am one with this divine expression of God. And I know that the entire community of Science and Mind and Spirit is one with this divine presence of God. And I know perfect health for each and every one of these members, all of this community, all of the community and all of our family members, all of our friends, and all of those on our path whom touch our lives as we dance through this divine life together. I know that our timing is perfect, that we're by divine appointment here together, right where we need to be, by divine design, full self-expression. And as we dance, every cell in our bodies dance whole and complete with full vibrance, peace, and health. Every cell of our being is plump, ripe grapes, fully hydrated with all nutrients, all minerals, all proteins are supporting with all that we have abundantly at our source. There is no need for any aspect of fight or flight, not even a need for hunting and gathering. All of our needs are abundantly met. May our eyes be wide open to all sources, such that we can know through and through and be at ease and fully express what we have come here to do, how we can be the superhuman that we have come here to be, and how we can say yes to all divine appointments. As we breathe, I know any aspect of lack or limitation is an illusion that is lifted up into the clouds, so high that there's no longer a single cloud in the sky. We are basking together in oneness, in peace, with the crystal clear blue sky, fully able to feel the sun rays on every aspect of our bodies. It is time now for us to stand up and say yes, rejoice in all the ways that we have come here to be self-expressed, to realize, to remember who we truly are. Absolutely unique, absolutely perfect. There is no one who is exactly like another, and yet we are one. Peacefully, joyfully experiencing the love, the true love that we have come here to experience. I say yes. For the voice of the one. Celebrating time to step out, to step up, and to be the light of joy that we have come here to be. And in this realization, I am so grateful. I'm so grateful to have this opportunity to speak this prayer. My inner child rejoices together with the inner children of each and every one of our community. Such as we can play on the playground of life and really be free of all fear, all lack of or limitation, and just be the truth of who we are, loving each other for the truth of who we are. I am so grateful to know this truth. And in this way, I release this prayer. I release it into the law, knowing that it's already done. There's no need to calculate how, when, where, why, what, or who. It just all is. And so it is. Amen.